So hi guys, welcome to the channel. Today we'll be speaking to Darren Long. He's the founder of Vitae Sports. Vitae Sports is a sports management firm based in the UK with head offices in different parts of the world. And he's a ECB registered agent, and he'll be telling us today how to work in the sports industry and how does the industry work in England. So hi Darren, thank you for joining us.
Hi man, how are you doing?
Good, thanks. So I want to start with the first question which I have is, how does a person get a job in the sports industry?
Okay, well, I mean, obviously, some people are already in the sports industry in terms of players, and then they evolve into coaching roles. But in terms of the sort of general public, I think obviously going to university, going to college, getting the appropriate sort of degree and qualifications as a start, and then basically, man, it's really sort of going to different sporting organisations, offering your experience, or not experience, but offering your help to get your own experience, and just really contacting as many organisations as you can, whether that be clubs or different businesses, and really just go and put the hours in to start with, and create your own opportunity by working hard when you go into an organisation.
Thanks for that, Darren. Coming to the second question, this is a little specific to cricket. And what do you see in a player when you sign him? And what factors do you keep in mind when you sign a player?
Character is important. I mean, generally speaking, if players, we generally, players come to us on recommendations from other players or coaches. That's sort of been word of mouth how we've tended to have players join us. So generally speaking, you imagine the ability will already be there, and it's easy enough to check with regards to anyone in the world nowadays, where our ability level. And I think the key for me personally is the character of a person. And if someone is recommending a player to me, the first thing I'll always ask is, what are they like as a person? My experience is, if the difficult people, the character may be somewhat lacking, then it never normally finishes it normally doesn't end well. So yeah, the big thing I would look for is how decent a person it is. That's going to make the ride a lot easier for both of you along the way.
So you manage a lot of players from all over the world. How do you develop a relationship with the player, and how important do you think it is?
Well, it's very important, that's for sure. It obviously a lot depends on where the players are in the world. We've got offices around the world. Some players are travelling around the world a lot, so you're not going to see them face to face sometimes for long amounts of time. From my point of view, obviously, we'll go out to different tournaments around the world. We've got partner companies as well, and not this summer because of the COVID-19, but usually I'd be out on the road probably 4 days a week, seeing the players play, spending time with them, after the game. So yeah, the relationship's really important. You've got to, some of the players are very close friends, and have been with us a long time. And a lot depends on the player. Some players don't need that sort of constant keeping in touch. But yeah, you've got to have a level of trust with each other.
Now you worked in the football industry also. How different is it being a cricket agent as compared to being a football agent? How different are those industries in terms of working culture?
Yeah, the basics of being an agent in both industries are the same. The football industry is very much money, and all sports are, but nothing really compared to football. So it's a bit more cutthroat, and I think there was almost as many agents in UK as there was players, not so long ago. So you can imagine the competition that's there. I don't think there's quite the loyalty in the football. Well, definitely isn't the loyalty from the football industry. So it's a more difficult industry to work in for sure.
And so how do you manage a situation when there is a difference of opinion between an agent and a player about their career decisions?
there isn't really difference of opinion. You know, it's always the player's decision. I think I'm there to advise a player best I can on many various facets. You know, whether it could be to do with a contract, it could be to do with playing, it could be where they're moving to, it could be so many different things we chat about. So, you know, you presume that the players asked us to represent them for our advice. However, it is just advice. So, you know, and I'll say to a player, you know, these are your options. This is possible. This is the one I possibly take, but it's your call. If they want to go down the other routes, that's fine. We'll do it. But, you know, that wouldn't be the way I'd go. Or, you know, sometimes it's like, these are your two options. It's simply your choice, you know. It's a choice to that individual, but it's the player's career at the end of the day, man, and they've got to make those choices. So if the route the player wants to go down is the one that we will take.
To conclude this lovely discussion with you, I want to ask, what advice would you give to a young person trying to get work or starting their own business in this industry, in the sports management industry?
Well, I think working hard, obviously. I said getting the experience. I think you can't, you know, I could sit here and tell you all the things that could go right and go wrong and things you wouldn't be prepared for. But until you've actually experienced those things for yourself, you just, you know, it's impossible to understand the feeling, you know, with regards to, you know, whether it's a deal that might go wrong or, you know, you have a problem with a player. You have to actually experience those issues. So my advice is just get out there, get as much experience as you can. And then, you know, when you feel the time's right, then potentially, if you want to start your own business, then, you know, but just make sure you've got experience or a hell of a lot of money behind you.
A young person, for example, like me, Darren, if I don't know that many people in the industry, how do I approach a player if I want to start, you know, my own company? Or what's the right way forward for me? Just as an example.
Yeah, it's generally difficult, man, because if you're just going to approach a player, I guess you'd have to start at, don't take this the wrong way, but you'd have to start at a low level player, prove your worth to the player, and build up gradually over time. You know, it's difficult for an established player to just put their career in the hands of someone who hasn't got any track record behind them, unless you know them personally and, you know, you've got a lot of faith in them. So again, you know, it is a case of, you know, either cut your teeth at a low level and build up, or go and get experience at a bigger company that way.
I want to thank you, Darren. Thank you for joining us. It was a lovely insight you've given us regarding
Absolute pleasure, man, as always.
The industry. And I just want to thank our viewers for joining in. And this is a start of a sports series which we'll be starting. And we'll be joining again with Darren to talk about the future of cricket during these times. So thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and stay safe.